Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play more Umineko When They Cry. In light of the last couple of episodes that have come out around like 150, 151, 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth, I've gotten a lot of criticism. A lot of criticism. And rightfully so. I went over my videos, I looked at what was wrong, and I found why a lot of people were having some criticisms. Number one is that I don't stop and read and use logical deduction to figure out a puzzle. I mainly just talk and talk without actually reading into things. I understand that I'm not the best detective. I'm not exactly Newt, for crying out loud. And I don't think I'll ever be the best detective. But I'm going to start from this point on for Chapter 8 to put my best foot forward and try and actually solve and use logic and reasoning to actually get through the chapter. I understand this, and I'm going to try and better myself from this. Another thing that people were getting at is that I was way too mean-spirited towards not only a lot of the characters, like Bottler, but a lot of the puzzles, like the aforementioned episodes 151 through 153 puzzles, even though those were mainly aimed at middle schoolers. I gotta say, I'm more expressive, but I do understand where people are coming from with that. So, going forward, I'm going to lay back on this type of thing. So, without further ado, let's actually go into more of this chapter. Now, when we last left off, I had a horrible episode where I did absolutely nothing. Like, absolutely nothing. Let me be frank right here. Wait a minute. Hold on. Is this the wrong... Nope, this is the right one. Okay. So, I've thought about this for a while. And last episode was bad. I thought about how I would approach it from this point out. And I'm going with the lesser of two evils. Rather than have 4 or 5 episodes of me painstakingly checking over every single little detail and getting one thing wrong, I'm going to use the power of logic, of reasoning, and deduction to essentially find the culprit, starting with verifying violent text. Remember, innocent people tell the truth. And if they tell the truth, then anything that they say is the truth. We've already verified Jessica. Now we need to verify some more characters. One of the characters that I'm going to accuse right here and now is Dr. Nanjo. And I'll tell you why. I'm going to accuse Dr. Nanjo not because I believe he's the culprit, but I believe that because of his purple text in... Let's see, where was the text? No one will mistakenly confirm a death, even those other than myself. This violet text right here, I need to confirm without a shadow of a doubt. If I choose him and he is innocent, then this means that this violet text is true. Thus, other people can make a confirmation on the death. Which means that everyone who is dead at the end could not possibly be the culprit. Because why would the culprit lie about a person being dead? Not only that, but multiple people confirmed deaths such as Shannon and Cannon. So, I'm going to believe that if it's not Dr. Nanjo, it has to be one of these 4 left alive. Because I've already confirmed, by accident actually, that Jessica is dead. That she is not the culprit. They were saying her death in a weird way that made me think otherwise. But I can confirm without a shadow of doubt for everyone else that if we can all agree that we are all looking and confirming people's death, then it has to be one of the people who are left alive. That's just logic and reasoning. So that's why I'm going to choose Dr. Nanjo starting out. I know I'm circumventing actually going through and pulling together every single purple text, But I feel like because I have a Let's Play to do, this is the lesser of the two evils, and yeah, people are going to be pissed off for me sort of circumventing this by using, basically forcing hints and trying to figure out who is not the culprit by picking the right people and accusing them first. I'm basically Eureka-ing this whole thing. But I feel like because I have a Let's Play to do, this is the lesser of the two evils compared to having like 4 more episodes of the last one. So with that being said, we're going to choose Dr. Nanjo, and I'm assuming that this is going to be wrong, but we're just going to go with it. I've noticed that I can pick multiple characters, but I'm going with Dr. Nanjo. Okay, that's what I expected. I'm confirming Dr. Nanjo right here and now. How can we know that someone isn't the culprit? One of the rules that the culprit can't die. So... Oh, I missed that rule. I actually missed that rule. I was so ahead of myself. We can trust anyone who's dead. Oh, I missed that rule. But choosing Dr. Nanjo does confirm, at the very least, that I can trust that I think Maria and George are innocent. I wouldn't be so sure about that. But here's the problem with people playing dead, okay? Yeah, they were examined. Nanji even said with purple that no one will make a mistake when examining those bodies. And see, that's what I want to confirm. If Dr. Nanji is the culprit, then we can't rely on that. I just confirmed that. I just confirmed he's not the culprit. So now we can rely on that. See, this is the way I'm actually solving the puzzle. I'm taking Dr. Nanjo and I'm using him as a martyr. And by using him as a martyr, a word that I used a lot in Higurashi, which I did not use right, I'm basically sacrificing him to find the real culprit. Okay. So now, here's the next thing. No, not hints, okay? At the very end, Maria said George Oni-chan couldn't kill an adult. He could kill a kid, though. This is her stating that George cannot kill any adults, which is basically her confirming his innocence. If she was the culprit, she would be lying about this, but that also means that she wouldn't be able to tell the truth. She would be telling the truth that George couldn't kill anyone, which means that she could have been the culprit. However, because George says at the same time Maria couldn't kill anyone, that contradicts it if she's the culprit. That would mean his thing is true and she couldn't kill anyone. It actually works the other way around too. If George was the culprit and he was lying about Maria saying that he couldn't kill anyone, then Maria stated that George could only kill children, i.e. someone like Jessica, but certainly not someone like Kiri by any chance of the stretch. And definitely not older people like Yoda or Cross. So by those two saying that, they are confirming those two to be the actual, like, they're canceling each other out. The only way that those two violent tests can work is if they are actually both innocent. Which leaves Butler. If I were to imagine Eureka, I would say that she would make the cool twist that Butler was the culprit this time around. 2 reasons. One, because Birkenstell is a special kind of asshole. She wants to fuck with Angie a little bit more in her world when it turns out that Butler is the culprit this time around. And 2, it's actually ironic considering Butler has been the main protagonist throughout the whole game to have him be the culprit in this little tiny scenario. So because of that, I think Butler's the culprit this time around. Now, I could be wrong. I have some backup strategies if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm going to try and relook over these 2 text to make sure that nothing else was wrong. When it came to Shannon's death, it was stated that George, by like 2 or 3 people, could not have killed her, which makes me think that George is innocent. Now, if this all doesn't work and I have nothing left, I'm going to pick who I believe that Beatrice is. And that would actually be me admitting for the first time on camera, as far as I know, who I believe Beatrice is. So, I think it's Butler. Okay. The narrated parts. We've been told that there are no lies in the narrated sections. There are no lies in the narrated okay, there's no lies in white. Okay, so maybe I'm looking at this the wrong way. I know this is cringy for a lot of people who've already beaten this game. I definitely know that there is cringy for you guys. Are there any deaths confirmed by narration? That would mean we could say for sure that person in question is dead. Oh, I did not actually think about that. Alright, that's actually a good hint. So I can eliminate Jessica, Nancho, and Butler. I'm actually at a loss here now, because the violet text that both George and Maria stated cancel each other out, and they're the only 2 that are left alive besides Butler, and I've confirmed Jessica's death, so let's reread this, actually. Oh, I don't want to reread the whole thing, but I might have to. Of course, there's a lock on the door in the dining room. They usually remain unlocked. I knocked, but there was no answer. Recommended try and lock the door just in case. Terrifying sight awaited me. I'm actually getting stuck here now. Naturally, all of us are here right now. Okay. Shannon and Cannon are saying all the servants were together the whole time. All of the servants could prove an alibi for all the other servants. And everything was closed. Okay. Maria stated right there, George could not have killed her. That is stating something in white. So George could not be the killer. Both based on... Okay. I'm running it. they're not misidentifying it. Now on, Canon is treated as being killed. Also, Canon's mask is treated as being destroyed. That's stated in red. There's not really a way to get around. Canon is treated as being killed. Okay, Jessica confirmed that they're both dead. Baller is stating that none of us have alibis. No one had blood splatter on them. And Jessica said it's not one of the people left alive. It's not one of the people left alive. That right there, that violent text from Jessica is not the culprit. He's saying that the four cousins and Dr. Nanjo could not have killed Goto. Okay. I don't think I have a choice anymore. I think I have to tell who I believe Beatrice to actually be. Because that's my only guess. Because someone who was slaughtered will have blood on them anyways. So there's no problem with them getting more blood on them. I actually made mistakes. If I would have just re-looked at Jessica's text, I would have saw that actually, like, these four are innocent. I don't think it's any of the adults. Canyon is stated to be dead in red. There's no way around that, no two ways. Alright. I put it off for so long. I'm going to put in who I believe Beatrice the Golden Witch actually to be. So, this is my only thought. If Birkenstell is mimicking the murders of Rokenjima, if she tried to tell Vaultler and everyone that she knows who Beatrice is, which is redundant, I believe that Beatrice is actually, throughout all the series, to be Sayo. Now that does include other characters too, like Canon, because of the ambiguous way that Leon is, with both being male and female, both being around the same age, the whole Butler sin past, everything just links up to being Shannon. So I'm going to go on. Now, this probably won't work the same with Birkenstell's, but let's see. Okay, now I'm getting stumped. Now I'm really getting stumped. I already know this! I know that those were my first two guesses! These hints aren't helping me at all! All the purple statements are the same as red truths. Alright, I'll bite. I'll re-go through them. Because I'm starting to get stumped too. Oh, I feel like everyone is screaming at me in the comments. I understand. No one make a mistake about confirming those deaths, even those other than myself. yes, I know that becomes very important. That's why I wanted to confirm that earlier on, but now you guys are confirming it, which makes this whole hint pointless. I mean, I wish 07 had more faith in me to realize that they're probably innocent and to use that as a deduction. So anyone's deaths who were confirmed. Alright. I messed up this episode. You got an episode of me using logic and reasoning and having it fall flat on my face. So now we're gonna use that key for the next episode. That Jessica and Nanjo, all their statements are true. And hell, I'm gonna add bottlers in too. So I'm actually gonna look at them in between videos so you don't have to see them, but yeah, this isn't going too well. So until then, guys, I'm gonna pick another culprit at the beginning of next video. So until then, see you then.